I, Vicente C. Soto III,
having been elected
having been elected
to the position of Senate President,
to the position of Senate President.
In the past few weeks, there have been very many significant and important developments in the political terrain of our country. This started with change in the leadership in the Senate from Senator Coco Pimentel to Senator Tito Soto. I think that even more significant than the change in the Senate leadership was the election to Speaker of the former President Gloria Macapagal-Arroyo.
Gloria Macapagal-Arroyo.
We know very well that before she entered politics, Speaker GMA was an economics professor. I think this is immediately clear because the first thing she did, assuming the speakership, was to call in the economic managers of President Duterte and make suggestions as to how we can improve the economy. I know from speaking to her before she became speaker that she was very worried. She started to get worried about the economy because of the exchange rate, where the peso was continuing to weaken. She was also very worried about inflation, and we spoke about it at great length. And I think that it is important to understand that her insights into the economy are some things that we should pay very much attention to. Although our growth, although it has already been downgraded to 6%, our growth has been very good for over 10 years, and we were averaging 7% for a while. But that growth has not been balanced, and that's the part that government had to play, in that the different sectors of our economy should be managed in a way that they complement each other. For example, we have become too dependent on the OFW's remittances. Our OFWs are now remitting close to $32 billion a year. That constitutes about 20% of our entire economy. Unfortunately, although we can take full advantage of that, we are driving our economy into purely consumerist economy, where we are not manufacturing anything. Why do I say that? Our manufacturing sector is, for all intents and purposes, moribund. It's not really working. We do not make anything anymore. On the other side, even production of food has been moribund. The agricultural sector has been in great difficulties, so that we are even getting social effects from the importation of rice from other countries, the importation of our food from other countries. That is the kind of imbalance that we are looking at. There's another thing, we have also become very dependent on the call centers, and that is a good thing. However, we must be mindful of the technology that is arriving on the horizon.
How can I help you?
Hi, I'm calling to book a women's haircut for a client. I'm looking for something on May 3rd.
Sure, give me 1 second.
That was a real call you just heard. The amazing thing is the assistant can actually understand the nuances of conversation.
AI, or artificial intelligence, is soon going to be good enough so they can take the place of those who are employed in the call centers, because we see it now. We see you can talk to your computer. Well, it started with Siri, now Amazon has its own version.
What's the call, Brandon?
I'm afraid Brandon is a little tied up. But do let me know if there's anything I can help you with.
Google has its own version, and you talk to your computer, and that's AI. And that is precisely what they do in the call centers. And that's something we have to look at very, very carefully, because we're talking not so far away. I mean, 5 years is already the long term. We're talking about 3 years.
So what is blockchain? It's the underlying technology behind cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum.
We also have to be very cognizant of what the place will be of the new cryptocurrencies that are coming. How those affect the financial markets, both in the cyber world and in the real world, is something that we still haven't gotten a handle on, because we are still designing the cryptocurrencies, we're still designing the regulation of the cryptocurrencies, we're still designing the markets for those cryptocurrencies. So we cannot say once and for all that this is going to be the effect. So we have to watch that very carefully.
Another vote of confidence for the Philippine economy as the World Bank sees stable growth for the next 2 years. With GDP growth expected at 6.7% this year and next, the Philippines will remain the second fastest among developing ASEAN economies.
No matter what your political leanings were, when GMA was president, whether we were for her, you were against her, you were a critic, you were a supporter. I think you can clearly see it is those structures and those institutions that she set up when she was president that allowed us to take full advantage of Asia's place as the emerging markets in view of the collapse of the financial markets and different economies in Europe and the United States. And if not for that, the Aquino presidency would not have been so lucky as to have been blessed with all of the advantages of a burgeoning Asian economy. Because without those institutions, without those structures, without those organs of government, we would have been left behind. And that is what we can look forward to with the guidance of our professor, now Speaker GMA.